Okay, this was a guide that's long overdue. Y'all, I can't tell y'all how long I've been trying to like finally find time to actually redo this one. Like, I every time I would be like, okay, I need to go redo chips, I would have to tend to new gotcha and save somebody's ass. I would have to spend my credits or PGC or bits on like enhancing shit. I would have to go through new content and make a guide for that too. Like, for the longest time, I've been trying to do a revamp of the Reading Rainbow edition for tips. Finally, we can do it. We can finally do it. Also, hi, hello, how are you all? Talking about the ones who genuinely actually want to like read this thing with me or use this so they can know what to do for tips. Hi, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And for y'all in the back who just who just watch this just to talk shit, miserable asses, go fuck yourself. With your miserable ass, Miss Drama Queen. Anyways, welcome to one of the most expensive parts of the game. Yes, chips are expensive. Bitch had a nerve to call me Drama Queen. This delusional ass. First off, let me show you the place where you go in order to grind it. In fact, I'm actually in it. Yeah, funny enough, I'm actually in it. It's gonna be right here. Or, if you're too lazy to go there, you can actually go to Dream Theater Reverse. And when you go to Dream Theater Reverse, once the game loads, that is, if it decides to finally load. So there'll be 5 NPCs on the ground. You have the one for Abyss, the one for Grammy Lab, the training room, the little training room, the one for like Asmodeus content, soon to be I believe Beast King and Machine King. They'll be in here eventually. Yeah, Asgore Raid and Karen Raid, or Buffalo Raid and Behemoth Raid will be in here eventually. It won't be on the stage anymore. It won't be right here. It will be right here eventually. It'll be a general dungeon. But anyways, you can find the Tiamat dungeons here. And the tab is so fucking low, so you can't miss it. It's literally right here. Like, it's so noticeable, you can't miss it. So I'm gonna go back to where I was before, which was here. I'm just glad that they changed it to where y'all don't have to do the quest in order to unlock it. You can literally just go there. Now, the issue was showing up there like 9, 10 mil TCP. Let's just say if y'all don't have Draconish PNA, you're going to have a hard time. Yeah, Draconish Mutant PNA, which you guys will eventually run into because some of y'all try to skip ahead. I'm well aware that a lot of y'all don't know how to be patient and like to skip ahead. This is results to some of y'all crashing and burning. Yes, baby. Did you know that skipping gear makes you crash and burn? You reach the end earlier and then you get bored and then you get burned out? Especially if you try to do it with multiple characters at once you're new? Yes. Yeah, Draconish PNA. Yeah, this is the Draconish Mutant PNA that I'm talking about. Yeah, this Mutant PNA is going to be very good and very useful for this content. Well, mostly used for this content. But you will also be using it in Hecaton shares, and you will also be using it in Conquest when you have to go to the stores and stuff, the 34s and stuff, you know, get your first kill award. And after that, you just do it for speedrunning purposes or whatever. Yeah. Now, where am I going with this? Yeah, well, you clearly see this noticeable rejected evil eye in the background, right? Yeah, hi, there are dungeons here. Yeah, by the way, do not sleep on this. Thank me later. You don't have to do this, by the way. You don't have to do this. Don't do this. You'll be doing this for the quest anyways, but don't do this. Uh, yeah, you'll be doing mostly this daily if you really want to like rush your chips. This, which if I were you, I would really pay attention to the ideal TCP. Like, really pay attention to it. But since I know y'all gonna act like y'all deaf, and I know you're gonna act like, oh, what she said? Oh, you mean do it right now? Okay. Get a carry, because if you try to solve that shit, you gonna get your ass whooped. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You gonna get your ass whooped. If you try to go in below that shit, you gonna get your ass whooped. You gonna see what I mean? Nah, you gonna get your ass whooped. So if I were you, heed my words and please come prepared. If you don't come prepared, that's your ass if you get your ass whooped. That's your ass if you can't beat it, and that's your ass if you fuck up your runs. Now that we got that out the way, let's continue. The quest in order to gain access will be a story quest. There will be a yellow exclamation mark. It will be located in Basan, by the way. Anyways, for those who are veteran players, if you stacked up on chip boxes, try not to sell them because you'll need it for later content. Yeah, a lot of us veteran players who have been playing actively made the mistake of when the Tiamat revamp. Yes, it didn't used to be like this before. So when the Tiamat revamp showed up, a lot of us took those chips and then we went and overclocked our stuff. Then after that, we went and sold our boxes and shit. So when newer content coming out, a lot of us was struggling. I was one of those people, and I'm still one of those people. I'm actually still struggling with overclock chips, funny enough. Yeah, don't sell your stuff. If you're a veteran player coming back, don't sell your chip boxes. You're gonna need them. Like, it will save you money. Please don't sell them. Yeah, the colorless chips, they can't be exchanged, so eat them hoes. Eat them hoes. For those who are new, don't know what we mean by chip boxes, and that's why I'm going to switch back because, yeah, hi. Yeah, hi, hello, how you doing? Oh, somebody mad? I don't give a fuck if you mad. You can be mad. I don't give a fuck if I called your ass out. You can be mad. Take that salt and shove up your ass. Anyways. Yeah, we can sell T1 and T2 chips on board now. Yeah, this is the chip boxes we're talking about. And if they're still on the board, I'm trying to see if they're still on the board. Let me see. The pants? Oh my god. Somebody put pants on the board. A jacket? Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Hey. Okay, I see you. Well, you probably wonder what else I was looking for. Yeah. We have 4 tiers. We have Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. This is the ES overclocking chip, which I didn't mention. And the reason why I didn't mention them is because, well, if you actually watch this video and get to this point, you will know that I'm about to explain to you that These are just better overclocking chips, but they are very limited. But this is if you're actually trying to learn how to do the chips and pay attention to what I just said is literally a clear clue on how to use this chip, which is obviously to use it for overclocking because it can give you keyword 100 EXP per chip. But that's if you're paying attention to a single word I'm saying. Because if you're paying attention to a single word I'm saying, you will see why I have 52 of these chips, which was totally not 5,200 EXP for chips. And you totally can't see this material here, which you can easily get from the capital punishment if you walk over here and you scroll over here to see that you can see the same material. Oh, and you can't possibly get it from housing. What? Yeah, I totally can't complete 20 exploration dungeons to get the ES chip from housing because I totally don't know how to get it. What? No! Okay, moving on. Yes, during the time I spoke. Anyways. Now, you're probably wondering, Chi-Chi, why did you still keep this here? You know damn well that... Listen. It's, first of all, some outdated information is still good information. And just in case y'all try to pick some of this shit up and don't know how to hover over the boxes that y'all pick up. For example, you know how we have the new chips on the board and for each... Oh, wait. I don't think y'all hover over it, in fact. I don't think y'all hovered over it. I don't think any of y'all have ever hovered over it. So let me hover over it for you. So... Notice how it says origin chip. It doesn't say it's times 2 or anything. It literally just says origin chip. Origin chip times 1. That's what it means. It means origin chip times 1. Same thing for this one. It says T2 purple chip. This means times 1. Now, if it was a dual plat, it would say times 2. That's what the screenshot means. Yes, that's what the screenshot means. So, let's continue, shall we? So this is the exchange rate for chip boxes if you save them before the Tiamat event. If you run out of chips, don't worry. You can always use a material that you will drop for Tiamat dungeons. You can craft origin chips too, which I need to show you that too. Yeah, you can craft origin chips with worm eyes, but you get 13 weekly. Yes, this literally says 13 weekly. You're not overthinking things. It literally says 13 weekly. You can get 13. I'm sorry, I misread. Excuse me, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. I usually record my guides like very early. So 10 weekly, but you have to use 130 worm eyes. This is also 10 weekly, but you have to use 30 trader yolks. And this is also, this is 3 weekly, but you have to use 12 origin agates. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, if you want to be desperate, you can use these. But see, you can use this. You can actually use this to transfer into origin, not origin agate, agate fragment, agate fragment, and you can use that to actually. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. When y'all read along, get to this. Oh, oops. What? I accidentally showed y'all what to transfer the IJ fragments into? What? Oh, heavens. Oh, silly me. Oh, what? Oh, no. Do not use this damn thing. Look, yes, I know it looks pretty, but please do not waste your origin agates on that. You are literally going to need it for shit like this. Yes, you're literally going to need those origin agates for shit like this. Do not do the dumb. Oh, oops, Oops, my cool thing. But yeah, do not do a dum-dum. Okay? Look over here. Surely y'all looking at my screen. Please tell me y'all looking at my screen so y'all don't fuck up. The last thing I want is y'all to fuck up. Alright? Do not use this change for early plat chips when you're trying to get overclocking chips. Do not use this for a change. Now you're probably wondering, why are we using this for overclocking? Well, this gives hold on a second, let me see if I can find it. You're going to be using this on color. Well, if you can't use the T1 color chips of the corresponding chip, for example, using T1 chips to overclock T4 chips, you can also use the early plat 2 if you want to like save up on chips if you're trying to build chips. So, everything that I'm saying, okay, let me slow it down and say it for you, because some of y'all going to be like, huh? Okay, let me slow it down for you. Just in case you are going to be using, slower, even slower. Just in case you are going to be using the T1 chips for overclocking the corresponding, the same T4 chips that you have on your gear pieces. For example, how I have T4 black chips, I would use T1 black chips for overclocking purposes if I have a lot to spare. So if I don't have a lot of T1 black chips to spare, what would I use for overclocking then? I would use the early plat chips. Now, why did I say it like that? I'm trying to tell you that this is the second and mostly best option for you for overclocking, because using the T1 plat chips is not a good idea. And the reason why I say it's not a good idea is because 9 times out of 10 y'all gonna be using the T1 plat chips in order to like craft the T3s, your T4s, etc. They play a big role in crafting your T4s. Well, of course, you will literally see how to craft them if you just hover over all of them and literally like see what it takes to literally craft them. Y'all literally gonna be using them for like those purposes anyways. So don't use the T1 plat chips for overclocking. Just use the early plat things. That's what they're there for. Not available for overclocking and transfer anything. They're literally placeholders. These literally act as placeholders. And they not only act as placeholders, they're also literally used for overclocking chips. Because, here, let me do this for you. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. Which one would be the best one? This one. This one would be the best one. Because I'm in the middle of switching chips and stuff. You can faintly see it, but it literally says 30 ESP. That's one Tiamat chip. Now, if you were to use a color chip for a plat chip, look here. 1. If you use a ES overclocking, $100, right? And if I were to try to use this on, $100, indifferent. So this one is indifferent, and then it says 15, right? Yeah, it says 15. Okay. And if I were to use a different color chip on 1, now if I were to use the same the same chip, the corresponding chip. 2, right? Yeah. So for platinum chips, you mainly want to use the early plat chips and the EX overclocking chips. For regular chips, you want to use the corresponding. You want to use either the corresponding chip, the T1 version, not those, early plat chip, or the EX overclocking chips. Now, why did I show you this early? Because whatever I'm about to talk about will make much more sense. Okay? Okay. Everything that I just showed you will make more sense as we read along. Trust me. We'll be talking about that in a few with some names to go along with it. Now, let's talk about the actual chips, shall we? Let me show you where to access your chips real quick. Top row, all the way to the right, above rankings, that's the chips menu. Now, number 1, slot change. Literally create chip slots. You can create slots for your cores, models, receivers, and trinkets. Here's a catch though. Level 83 is required in order to open chip slots. So when you create a slot, you can create a chip of 7 different colors. Red, blue, yellow, green, purple, black, white, and platinum. Whatever it is, I don't care. If you don't get the color of the chip slot that you need to use a slot type modification tool. What this thing does is it will be self-explanatory once you look at the menu. It helps you change it to the color of the chip slot that you need. Now, if you're just using the slot type modification tool in it, which will be self-explanatory once you actually get hands on to it. If you don't use any of the drivers, like for example, if you don't use the real drivers, which we will get to, it'll be a randomized color. Now, the color drivers and the platinum drivers, it will just increase the chance to likely get it by 25%. The real drivers are 100%. Now, what I just said will make more sense as we go along and read. You need drivers. You can now only get them from event. Actually, no. You can now craft them. And get them from events, as well as you can now craft them. Get real plot drivers from gateways and Shin. So and get them in events. So when there are events and they're in the craft room, please get them. The items are limited now. Actually, they're not really limited. They're not really limited anymore. Now, in this picture, this is what I'm talking about. Plot drivers and the color drivers and power drivers, etc. This is what I'm talking about. So, where it says essential items at the top right of the screenshot, where it says essential items, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. So that's where you put the slot type modification tools. You look down, it says optional items, and actually, if you want, I can actually show you. So give me a second while I just swap over to the game. So only one is empty. There we go. essential items, and then you have, well, I mean, if it was empty, I could, I could change stuff. You get my point. So yeah, this one is 100%. This one, it just increases the chance by, say, 25%, around 25% maybe. Same thing for the plot thing. However, plot thing, I can actually use my newly crafted trinket. For the plot thing, however, what the fuck? Oh, it's plot thingy. Okay. Okay. For the plot thingy, it's gonna say plot driver or real plot driver. You can actually get the drivers here. The drivers that I keep mentioning, you can actually get them from when it decides to finally. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can go. You can either scroll down. You can either click on the tab into Dragon Historic Site. You can scroll down and then you can actually access it that way. Or you can click area to get to it faster, and then you'll be literally be right here. So you have the color drivers, then you have the fixed color drivers. Now, if you don't feel like crafting the fixed color drivers, you can literally just go ham bazooka on the color drivers until you finally get your desired color. But if you want it to be easier, which it will literally cost like, it will literally cost 4 mil just to make. Yeah, it will literally cost like 4 mil just to make, or 3.9 mil, 3.9 mil just to make. You can make a color driver, which will automatically give you the color. You just gotta choose the color, and then you have the platinum driver, which will actually cost 25 mil. Yeah, it will cost 25 mil. It costs 25 mil just to craft a real plot driver. So, yeah. These are the drivers that I'm talking about. That's if you're paying attention to the screen. I hope y'all are. Please pay attention to the screen. Yeah, remember the same noticeable evil eye in the background that I was talking about? Yeah, hi. We're going to swap back to the game real quick. Yes, hi, hello. We're going to swap back to the game real quick. Look at it. It's so pretty. Move out of my way. Move out of my way. Yes. Yes, look at it. It's so pretty. Yes. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Move. Look at it. Look at it. You know you want to. Look at it. Yes. Look at it. It is beautiful. This beautiful eye. Yeah, and it will be the dungeons. The dungeons going by the following. Everything is always open. The thing is that some of these things will be weekly. This is daily. This is weekly. This is weekly. This is daily. This is weekly. This is weekly. This especially is weekly. This is weekly, and this is weekly. This is also daily. So you'll be using this to transcend your receiver. So you can see why there's stars over the receiver. This is what you'll be using to literally get the receiver. The receiver that I have on right now, which will give you dry condition, which will also be useful for doing Tiamat. You're going to need this. This also plays a part of the gear progression. This is also a way to get like the ES overclocking chips because of the shackles right here. But yeah, you'll also be using this to transfer it into the receiver, or using this to transfer into yokes, to transfer it into early plot chips for overclocking. So AKA, long story short, you'll be using this one to get the receiver and or to get early plot chips. because of the trainer yokes. You can convert the trainer yokes into early clock chips for overclocking reasons. You'll be using this for you'll be using this for transcending your receiver twice. I know you see the 4 stars right here, but if you look at my receiver right here, it says you can see it says a 5-star. You can actually transcend this receiver twice. So you'll be using this to transcend your receiver twice, as well as, you know, if you have alts, which this does encourage alt farming, you'll also be trying to get the handcuffs, convert them into another material, and move them over to your main and do it that way. You'll also be using this for the crafting materials, for transcending them, which please use the shape movement devices. And you'll also be using this for the ES overclocking chips once you're done with transcending your receivers and everything, which I did on my 7 buys. 7 buys? Yes, I have 7 buys. That's not the point. My point is that's what the things are for. For Mirage is literally just more chips. That's it. Mirage is literally a hard dungeon that gives you a lot more chips compared to 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Oh, by the way, the T2 chip drop. It's one T2 chip drop per dungeon. AKA, you have 2 runs for Mirage, right? You'll get 2 T2 chip boxes. And just a fuck ton more T1 chips compared to 1 and 2. Same thing for here. You get T2 chip boxes from Mirage, Prison, Depth, Tiamat, the normal ones, and you only get T1 chips from these 2, and then you just pretty much get like the material to like craft the T1 chips and thing. Which, yes, you can literally craft the T1. You can literally craft the T1 chips if you want to. You'll be mostly using this for trying to craft the trader's yokes for this one, which, by the way, it will also encourage alt farming. So I'm gonna just put this short for you. For most of the NK content, it's gonna encourage alt farming. Okay. So everything that I just said will make more sense. You're probably a little bit confused. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's continue. Okay, literally crafting the chips, which I forgot to do something right there. Give me a second. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Give me a second while I... Hold on a second. What did you do? What did I do? I clicked the... I was trying to show you this. Yeah, I was trying to show you that. There we go. Yes, even I make mistakes sometimes. I mean, it's 6:22 a.m. in the morning. Can you blame me? Even I make mistakes sometimes, okay? So, yeah, you can pretty much see the Tiamat chips for yourself and the chips itself. So, have fun with reading all that right there. Yeah. Now, the Tiamat chips. Let me tell you some fuck shit real quick. These bitches destroy your money when you have to overclock them. Nope, you read that right. The platinum chips and the Tiamat chips destroy the everlasting shitty ass fuck out of your resources and your credits. You've been warned. Now, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and show you the chips. But before we do, the Tiamat chips only go on your receiver. Psi equals magic, by the way. I have purple, white, and black since I do, I do TMAT dungeons very often. That's literally how you slap on the chips and stuff. Moving on. This is where you put your chips in your gear and take them out. Now, say that you plus up your chips, right? If you take them out, you'll lose all your levels. But hey, look on the bright side. The same chip will be back in your inventory just without your overclock levels. Oh, and this is for all chips, just in case you ask to make sure. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Overclocking. Or overlocking, either one. I call it overclocking. I don't care. Shut up and sit down. Now, look at the pretty screenshot. Under my receiver, you see the maximum overclock level for my receiver, which is 16. Because my receiver is plus 16. Now, let's see if you can figure it out why on your own. I'll wait. I literally gave you a hint way earlier in this video, too. I want to see if you can guess it. Oh, you can't hear. The maximum level of overclocking matches the equipment's enhancement level. For example, the plus 20 fuse. So my fuse is plus 20, which means the maximum overclock level for all of my chips will be 20. So overclocking, as you can see, means that you're plusing up your chips. When you plus up your chips, the stats on your chips increase. You can also see that in a picture also, but some people don't like to read, so... So, overclocking the T4 chips, use early plot chips and fitting overclocking chips. They hold the most ESP. More if you use it for the same color. More if you use it for the same color chip. Okay, great. $30 ESP on plot chips. across all the chips. Two XP on the same color chip. 8 EXP on the same color chip. Succeed is literally self-explanatory. Yeah, succeed is literally self-explanatory. Or 4, because, yeah. Or 4. Transfer. Which I can actually do this real quick. Hold on. I'm actually show you. Yeah, I'm actually show you because I have to transfer my stuff anyways. So the cool thing about this is, well, yeah. Yeah, basically basically transfers the chip and the EXP for the old. Okay, so literally transfer not only the chip but all the EXP that you have on that current chip to the new gear piece. So whatever EXP you have on that chip and you're transferring over along with the chip. Is that my alarm going off right now? Oh my god, hold on guys. That's my alarm going off. Not my alarm blasting. Telling me to go to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap this up. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap it up. With the cost of chip protectors, that's what the chip protectors are for. They're literally to help you. Yeah, you can literally read the description, but if you can't read it, an additive that helps remove chips restores the removed chip to your chip locker and waives the removal costs. AKA, in order to move this over, because it has in order to move this over, because it has EXP on it, you need chip protectors, and you need those chip protectors in order to help you move your stuff over. Yeah, this is what transfer means. You're moving this one to this one if you can't really understand what the hell is going on here. Which, by the way, I'm going to just casually do this real quick. Thank you. Now, let's go back to what we were doing. So this session is basically we use to transfer not only our chips but our EXP on the chips and over to a new equipment once we're done enhancing it. This session of the chip menu is mostly used whenever we get new gear for new content. Let me give you an example. You see the actually, nah. Yeah, you can actually literally see it, so I don't have to explain it to you. It's literally self-explanatory. You literally just move the shit over. That's it. You literally just move the chip and the EXP over to the newer gear. Like, that's literally all you have to do. No explanation needed. It's literally self-explanatory. Now, I strongly advise that you start to fuck up on chip protectors for future content as well. And with that, we are done with chips. Oh yeah, one last thing. Do the fucking Tiamat size. No complaining, no bitching, no whining. Do them. The boxes, they are extra material. You also get a decent amount of credits from there too. So do them on assault. Yeah. And you know how I was talking about agate fragments and stuff and everything, and how I literally showed you at the beginning of the video that you can literally use the agate fragments for converting them into overclocking over early clock chips. You can also use them to convert into T1 chips. So let me show you what I'm talking about one more time. Because you're probably like, what are you talking about? Agate fragment, right? I'm going to press this button. Yeah, press that button. Go to craft. Hover over any of these. You see that you can, one agate fragment and one chromatic phase essence can get you a chip, right? Or with the 9.5, I can craft 9, right? Right, okay. So, and then you have agate fragment for this as well. So 25 agate fragments and 20 phase essence, you can craft one chip, right? Right. Okay, now you're probably wondering, you said something about worm eyes. Yes, I did. I did say something about worm eyes. If I have any, I can show you. Let me do a quick dungeon real quick so I can show you. Yeah, I'm actually going to do a dungeon for you guys real quick. Hold on. I'm going to find the quickest dungeon I can do. Okay? Let me find the quickest dungeon I can do. Give me a few. There we go. Oh my god, what's that lag? What is that lag? That is some serious lag. Don't mind if I just casually go and do the... I'm trying to show y'all what the worm eyes do. Well, that's why I didn't even have on my PNA page. Oh well. I need to do Tiamat when I come home anyways. Or mice, yes? Go here, go here, go to agate fragment, scroll down, look at this. This right? This right? But you can also use it to craft. You can also use the worm eyes to craft this, or if you really like the wings, or if you need the wings, you can craft this for that. Tiamat wings. Tiamat wings will be used for this if you have a footprint, and if you want to get the cosmetics. So it's basically used for cosmetics, basically. But you can also use it for crafting the agate fragments. This is 1 per character daily, by the way. Take those 4 agate fragments, right? And I can either A, craft the T1 chips, or B, I can save up 25 and craft one of these. That's what the worm eyes are for. If you're wondering what the turtle yolks are for, I mostly use them for this. Yeah, I mostly use them for early pot chips. I do it on all 7 of my buys in order to get the purple material. Hold on. Okay, so you know this purple material, right? This purple material, you take that purple material and you can craft it. You can craft it, craft trader yolks with this purple material. I take these material and I mostly craft the early pot chips. I never ever use the origin agates because I most likely would still need them. Yeah, that's why I don't use the origin agates. I most likely would still need them because you never know. And I could fuck around and make a tier 5. You never know. That's why I always save them up. That's the thing about closers. Yeah, that's the thing about closers. You're prepping. It's like you're future prepping. Like for almost every content. It's like when you're in the middle of doing newer content or after you're done with the content, you're future prepping. So that way you'll have less to do and less to stress out about when newer content shows up. You're always future prepping. That's the thing about closers. You're always going to have some reason to future prep. Like some old item that you probably thought was useless and you sold or threw away, it somehow, some way, it turns out to be that same item that you need and you gotta go buy it back. That's literally closers in a nutshell. Alright, with that, we're done, finally. And I hope this helped. Sorry for some of the confusion on some of the parts. I hope I explained it well, and I'll see you all next time.